This is the definitive account of Li Wei, the woman who toyed with China's elite. You are watching this channel. Part 1. The Refugee Girl, born Le Thi Hong in 1963. Her early life remains murky, though we know her family left Vietnam during the war, crossing the border into Yunnan Province, China. They joined thousands of other boat people fleeing the conflict. When Li was 7 years old, they arrived. Li Jiazhang, her father, was an ethnic Han Chinese who'd married a Vietnamese woman. As a French citizen, he leveraged connections to restart his import-export business, which specialized in rubber. While her mother stayed home, Li developed a fierce instinct for business, reportedly selling cigarettes to schoolmates, then reselling Chinese tobacco to Myanmar smugglers as a teen. By age 20, she was trading imported Japanese cosmetics and earned enough to buy her first car. In 1987, she began working in earnest, building a massive smuggling ring that moved alcohol, cigarettes, and rare animals across the Sino-Vietnamese border. But her real education was about to begin. Part 2. Lesson 1. Men are just men. On New Year's Day 1995, Li Wei accompanied her boyfriend, tobacco smuggler, to a private dinner hosted by Yunnan Governor Li Jiading. At the gathering, he met a captivating young woman named Su Fang, a 22-year-old model from Shanghai. The two began an affair. Li Wei observed the dynamic, watching the most powerful man in Yunnan fall head over heels. That year, Su was granted sole proprietorship of a state-owned tobacco company, earning 100 million yuan in profits on 50 million yuan in sales. Soon, she owned multiple companies and became the largest shareholder in Yunnan's biggest listed firm. But Su wasn't careful. She flaunted her wealth, driving a Rolls-Royce with vanity plates reading "Lover is Boss." Li Wei noticed how Su used the governor's name to secure shady loans. The bank manager told her, "You only need to say you re the governor's woman, and the money will be given to you." Li Wei saw Su as a pawn, using the governor for financial gain. When the governor was transferred to Beijing, she used her connection to follow. She witnessed how Su, once untouchable, suddenly faced police questioning. Li Wei realized a crucial lesson. No matter the rank, a man is still a man, susceptible to lust and manipulation. Part 3. Lesson 2. Power creates money. Following Su to Beijing, Li Wei worked as an intermediary, collecting debts and orchestrating transfers. She honed her instincts, sensing Su was in trouble. Sure enough, the police raided her hotel suite. Li Wei acted quickly, transferring Su's assets before they could be seized. An investigation revealed how Su used her relationship with the governor to secure loans from state-owned banks, netting 200 million yuan in illicit profits. Li Wei saw how Su's downfall exposed a deeper reality. Money flowed from banks to Su because of the governor's position. Banks feared losing favor, not the other way around. The link was clear. Power creates money, and with the right connections, she could leverage it. Li Wei had learned the second lesson of her survival playbook. Part 4. Lesson 3. Don't bet on one man. In 2001, Li Wei's world shook. Her mentor, Su Fang, was convicted of taking bribes and sentenced to 15 years. The same day, news broke that Li Jiading, the catalyst of their fortunes, had been fired amid corruption allegations. That September, he was expelled from the Communist Party and charged with taking 70 million yuan in bribes. Li Wei got a call from the governor's wife, who confessed everything. The next morning, the wife took her own life. Li Wei felt trapped. She was questioned by police, but lacked solid evidence against her former allies. She knew they'd turn on her in a heartbeat. The collapse of Su and the governor taught her the final lesson of her survival playbook. Do unbet on one man. She needed a web, not a chain, a system to support her. She had 3 powerful friends, lots of money, and inside information. But she needed something more, a new chessboard. Part 5. Testing Beijing's waters. Li Wei reached out to Jin Renqing, China's Minister of Finance, whom she'd met through Li Jiading. Jin was ensnared in his own scandal, having concealed an extramarital affair and child. Li Wei played her hand close to her chest, pretending to offer help but testing the waters. When Jin sought advice, she listened intently, playing the loyal confidant. But when he tried to reciprocate, she politely declined. Jin took the hint, resigned from office, and was investigated, convicted, and sentenced to 18 years. Implicated in his fall, Li Wei narrowly escaped unscathed. Li Wei also explored potential new territory, cultivating Deputy Mayor Liu Zhihua of Beijing. Through her friend, billionaire Ma Hongbin, she entered his social circle, gifting him luxury watches. But she sensed competition. Another mistress, Ms. Wang, was already well established in his life. Li Wei refused to be a second fiddle. She chose to back off. Months later, her gamble paid off. The two were caught in a sex tape sting, allegedly orchestrated by exiled businessman Gui Wengui. Li Wei had once again escaped. With a keen sense of danger and timing, she'd navigated Beijing's treacherous waters. Now, she was ready for a new play. Part 6. Rise in Qingdao, seeking a fresh start. Li Wei relocated to Qingdao in 2001, the coastal city offering vast potential. There she met Mayor Du Shicheng. Li Wei made an impression, renting 2 historically significant villas in the elite Bedaguan district, acquiring major government approval. She gained a reputation as a mysterious businesswoman with deep pockets. Developers wondered who backed her. Little did they know, she was backed by the mayor himself. Li Wei used her proximity to score prime real estate, including 61,800 square meters in Taiping-Geo. She purchased it at below market value and flipped it within 45 days for 84 million yuan. With the mayor's backing, she secured Olympic land deals and oil refinery projects, paying far below market rates or dodging fees entirely. But unlike other mistresses, Li Wei ensured reciprocity, showering the mayor with cash and gifts. Between 2004 and 2006, she handed him 1.7 million yuan directly. Li Wei's rise wasn't a fluke. She'd found a valuable ally, and she knew how to repay him. Part 7. The Sinopec Chessboard. While Qingdao played out, Li Wei crossed paths with Chen Tonghai, vice-governor of Shandong, and later chairman of Sinopec, China's state-run oil giant. He was renowned for his brash, bold style, amassing a fortune estimated at 1.5 billion yuan. Chen had a taste for fast cars and beautiful women, often sharing them with friends. Li Wei knew how to work the system. She allowed Chen to transfer a Sinopec subsidiary for pennies, which she promptly flipped for over 200 million yuan. She moved with speed and precision, relying on inside information and connections. Li Wei greased the wheels between Chen and Du, managing their shared interests like a broker. She provided Chen with inside tips on land auctions, ensuring his wins, such as the 21 million yuan purchase of 5,000 square meters in 2005. The media labeled her not just a mistress, but a public mistress, a conduit for power and influence. She was just getting started. Part 8. The Fall. By December 2006, Li Wei's web of power stretched far and wide. But cracks were forming. Chen Tonghai's assistant awaited her arrival at Beijing airport. She never came. Police were waiting. Li Wei had been detained. They discovered handwritten diaries detailing her affairs, money, and influence. Confronted with the evidence, she flipped, implicating Du and Chen. In February 2007, Du was arrested. 6 months later, he was sentenced to life in prison for taking 230 million yuan in bribes. Chen received a suspended death sentence, stripped of his fortune, and expelled from the party. His downfall was swift and brutal. As for Li Wei, she served 5 years in prison before disappearing. Rumors swirled about her whereabouts, with some claiming she'd fled to Hong Kong, where she continues to grow her fortune. Part 9. Spy or Genius. Li Wei's story raises questions. Was she a Taiwanese spy, as U.S. diplomats suggested, or a tool of Chinese military intelligence, as some believe? Or was she simply a genius who exploited the dark underbelly of Chinese power? No doubt she played the long game, biding her time, accumulating data and influence. But who truly knows her intentions? Part 10. Epilogue. Li Wei's story isn't about beauty or charm, but about instinct, restraint, and trust. She wasn't a kept woman, but a broker of favors and a facilitator of corruption. A white glove, and possibly much more. While there's little evidence of gunplay or violence, her rise was marked by land transfers, shell companies, and ghost-like power plays. She moved like a specter, not a seductress. She might have been the woman who understood Chinese officialdom best and exploited it most effectively. Whether a spy, a broker, or a temptress, Li Wei mastered the art of vanishing, leaving only whispers and legends in her wake. We may never know the full truth, but one thing's certain: she not only survived the system, she conquered it.